Hello everybody and welcome to Robot Wars Reborn Rematches. Last week we had the biggest rivalry in Robot Wars, and this week we have the biggest controversy.
Backing up on top of Storm 2 and Storm 2 lifting Typhoon 2. Very close to the arena wall. Typhoon, slams another great chunk out of the arena. Seats is called. They smashed the arena.
Newcomer Storm 2 was pretty much getting criticized by the producers in every round he fought, and they did their best to try and prevent him from moving on in every round. It was most noticeable in the Series 7 Grand Final, when against Typhoon he clearly dominated the match and wouldn't let the full body spinner get up to speed. But after he suffered a little bit of damage towards the end of the fight, apparently it was enough for the judges to decide that Typhoon II was the Series 7 winner. You're probably used to seeing bots that have been rebuilt before rematches at this point, so here's another one. Storm 2 has almost been completely rebuilt. I had a lot of work to do on him. First I had to beef him up a little bit because the way he was originally, he was not going to stand a chance against Typhoon 2. So now he's got two ram plates in the front. One is sitting on a normal base plate anchor, and the other is sitting on a flipper motor so that they could cross over a little bit so that they didn't extend past the sides, as you can see right there. I also redid the weapon. It used to be on a burst piston, but that just wasn't working out in more ways than one. So now it is a regular flip motor. It's got a short range, it's got a short length. Against Typhoon 2, a bot that doesn't have a lot of ground clearance, it might not work as well. But maybe against other bots.
From Ipswich in Suffolk, and number 16 seed, Storm 2. From Edinburgh in Scotland, Typhoon 2. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
And so begins the rematch of the Series 7 Grand Final. Storm 2 immediately activating the pit release. Well, I think we know what his strategy is for these fights. He's not messing around. Typhoon 2 comes out ready to strike. Storm 2 showing his intentions, but how is he going to lure Typhoon 2 over to the pit? Perhaps he should have waited to activate the pit. He's gone for it, and now he's going full charge at Typhoon 2, trying to show him towards the floor flipper. And half of the wedge in the front is gone on Storm 2, and there goes the other half immediately! Parts getting ripped off of Storm 2, he's struggling early. Typhoon 2, major damage early, picking up from where he left off in the final. And Storm 2 is having a nightmare here. The arena raining down the parts of Storm 2, and quite a thunderstorm of shrapnel it is. Typhoon 2 plugging away, more and more damage being caused. Storm 2 nearly knocked out. And he is knocked out. The first fight is over. Typhoon 2 wins. Damn, that was painful to watch. But Typhoon 2 gets the win. Fairly straightforward. Let's move on.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The bots are back at it again. Typhoon 2 staying in his corner to spin up to speed. Storm 2 going for the pit release yet again from the get-go. And he's not backing down from this strategy, but Typhoon 2 seems to be buying into it this time. And he's already battling Storm 2 dangerously close to the pit. Storm 2 patient with these rushes, trying to lure Typhoon 2 into the right position, and he's got him in the pit!
Cease.
Well, that's what they wanted in the first fight. I can't believe it worked. I guess Typhoon 2 got a little too confident in their ability to quickly damage Storm 2 and thought they could play at Storm 2's game, and they couldn't. So now we're at 1-1, and the series is up for grabs.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The third and decisive fight for these two. Storm 2 sticking with the strategy, going for the pit release. Typhoon 2 making his way over. Have they not learned their lesson from round 2? Apparently not. Getting a few shots on the front of Storm 2 there, who's trying to reposition, trying to surround one side of Typhoon 2 while the pit takes the other side. He doesn't have the pushing power, and he doesn't have half the wedge now. That's a major factor if you want to stop a full body spinner. Typhoon II backs away. Storm 2 forced to chase. Can he lure Typhoon II onto the floor flipper? It deploys. Typhoon II not on it when it deployed. And Typhoon II playing the patient game, saying, "Come after me." Storm 2 obliges. He's trying to lure Typhoon II to any of the hazards now. The strategy is not working. The floor flipper is waiting patiently. And now the drop zone's the next attempt. It's not going to work either. Typhoon II have learned their lesson, it appears. Storm 2 moving in again. He's trying for the grinders now. Desperately trying to use every part of the arena. Now just shoving him in against the wall. And Typhoon 2 smart to shut off the weapon. But back up to speed it gets. Storm 2 backing away. And he was under Typhoon 2 there for a second, but didn't follow through with the maneuver. And the flipper gets ripped off. The head of the flipper is gone. It's only a matter of time now before Typhoon 2 rips off the other half of the wedge. There it is. More damage being caused. I think Storm 2 realizes their game is up. It was a valiant effort, but they could not outsmart the champions. And the bot smokes. One last bait attempt with the flipper. Doesn't work. And Typhoon 2 finishes him off and keeps the bragging rights. It's okay if you fail as long as you learn from it. Typhoon 2 did learn from their fails, and they were able to use that to not let Storm 2 have a single chance in this last fight. They take the series 2-1, and they keep the bragging rights. I know some of you guys said you would unsubscribe if Storm 2 lost, but please don't unsubscribe, please. Please. There were many questions I could have asked for this segment regarding Storm 2 specifically, but what I'll say is go to his wiki page, read about all the bullshit he suffered in the series, and then answer the question, what was the most frustrating act against Storm 2? Have your say below. And if you want to see more from these recreated designs, check out the Robot Wars Reborn series on this channel. Typhoon 2 appeared in episode 8, and Storm 2 was in episode 10. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry Typhoon 2 won. Please don't unsubscribe, guys. Have a good one.
From Bournemouth in Dorset, Razor. From Huntingdon in Cambridgeshire, Tornado. Roboteers, stand by. 3,